gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on a jet. The coach will regret even letting us stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Waters. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Greystone, travel. Hey, seam six. Go.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Snap.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, two.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Like 20.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
11.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the side.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21. Here we go. Hey. High 7.
Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Right there, 54 Mike. Bring it.
Go. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down doubled. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 7. Come to my world.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, over.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. 17-0 our score after 1.
Black 80.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go. 180.
59. Exit. No. Off. Shit.
Black. Hey, exit.
Mike, check. 59.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Bandit.
On 1st down, here's Breida. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, gun.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll toss it to Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 22!
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check.
Any weapon.
54. I got it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the 50, it's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shelton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Flag! 180!
Out of the shotgun, Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the slant. Check 50. Check 50.
This is Breida. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards on the ground. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Oh, he sheds himself free. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Johnson running right. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's a party now. 49, guys. Mike.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go counter with Breida, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, it's Armstrong. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
22.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Switch it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's taking it around the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Yo. Check.
Ready?
This is Mostert. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
60 outlaw.
Watch the lane.
5.
Now Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Big river.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. So they will go for it. Stafford. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Here we go.
Set. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Box lights. Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Yeah. Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The speedy safety Marcus Allen made the stop.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
49, guys.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Double tight. You got 3 down, 3 down.
Yes. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
At the 42-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
It's a party now.
Let's go.
And they take a knee.
Mullins on receiver. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Mullins on receiver. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.